And this game and the season's underway. And it's a touchback, and the Bears will start on the 25. Starting on the 25, and here is Montgomery with the carry, and he gets good yardage on the first play and picks it up near the 30-yard line. Tariq Cohen comes in at running back, and it's Cohen with the handoff up the middle, gets tripped up, and it stops about a yard short of the first down.
Run the football, lining up quickly.
And here is the handoff, and the Bears appear to have the first down. Trubisky with the quarterback sneak. And it looks like he may be short. I don't think he got there. Pat O'Donnell is punting. Agnew makes the fair catch as well. And the handoff to Kerryon Johnson. And Johnson picks up 2 yards. Second down and 8. Kerryon Johnson. And Johnson will lose a yard, bringing up 3rd down. On 3rd down and 9. And the pass is off the fingers of Quintez Cephus. Here is Tariq Cohen. Back to return the punt, and Jack Fox, an undrafted rookie from Rice, with his first NFL punt. Good punt, good hang time, and Tariq Cohen, not calling for the fair catch, is tackled at the 20-yard line.
You want to see Mitch Trubisky start to stretch the field and really let that defense.
Starting from the 25, play action. Trubisky looking for a receiver, gets a good pass rush, and the pass is incomplete, intended for the veteran Jimmy Graham. Short drop this time for Trubisky, and he completes it to his ace receiver, Allen Robinson. And Robinson will have a first down at the 38-yard line, a gain of 13. Cordarrelle Patterson is in the backfield right now, lines up as the single man behind Trubisky on first down and 10. And the pitch goes to Patterson, and Patterson up the middle has a first down and crosses midfield. Patterson is still in the backfield, again lining up. 1st and 10 at the 49 of the Lions. Play fake to Patterson, and the pass is caught by Robinson, and another first down inside the Lion 40. Cohen and David Montgomery are in the backfield, and in motion goes Cohen, and Montgomery gets the call, and the Lions won't let him get away. Picks up a couple of yards. Now Cohen is the lone setback, and Graham goes in motion. Cohen is open, but they go deep, and the pass off the hands of Jimmy Graham. Miller comes in motion to the slot on the left on 3rd and 7, and pressure is on Trubisky, in trouble, and barely gets it away. And the whistle did not blow, and the Lions.
Oh, there we go.
They
just
back.
blew the whistle right now.
And the Bears are going for it on 4th down and 7 from the 34-yard line. And Trubisky gets time, and the ball is batted down. It was intended for Ted Ginn Jr.
We'll see. If Matthew Stafford doesn't come back and throw a touchdown, then yeah, I'll give you a wise decision.
First down for Matthew Stafford, and on the out, pass to Amendola is broken up by screen. Lions at their 34. And here is Stafford rolling out, and the pass is knocked down, and a flag goes down. Hockenson, the tight end, and Fuller in his face. So Alex Kemp, our referee, and pass interference and a first down automatically. Adrian Peterson is in the lineup, making his Lions debut here midway through this first quarter, and here is Peterson up the middle. Adrian Peterson with a drive and a first down deep into Bear territory to the 31-yard line. Peterson remains in the game, and on a play action, Stafford completes the pass, and it's caught by Quintez Cephus, 5th round draft pick. That was a 20-yard pickup. And here is Peterson getting away from one defender and gets inside the 10-yard line. Has come in on 2nd down and 8. The play clock running down. Stafford looking inside, and the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Here's Stafford stepping up, and the pass is incomplete. Now Matt Prater will attempt a 27-yard field goal to try to give the Lions the lead. And Prater's kick is perfect. Drive, 7 plays, 56 yards, and Prater's 27-yard field goal. Cordero Patterson is back deep, and the Bears will take it out at the 25-yard line. First down on the 25, and here is David Montgomery with a burst and gets tackled at the 31. Jimmy Graham goes in motion toward the line, and it's a play fake. Trubisky has some time to get it out to Montgomery out of the backfield and pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets a first down to the Lion 40 by Daron Harmon. 1st and 10 at the 41 for the Bears, and they're going to hand off to Patterson again, and Patterson pushes forward out to the 46. Fake handoff to Tariq Cohen, and up the middle, the pass is caught, and a first down. Darnell Mooney, new offensive coordinator for the Bears. Mooney, by the way, rookie from Tulane. And here is Allen Robinson on a wide receiver jet sweep, so to speak.
I agree.
2nd down and 11. Here's Tariq Cohen. Cohen with a great burst, gets close to the 20-yard line. They go to Cohen again, and he picks up about 3 yards on first down as an assistant at both places. Patterson going in motion to the right on 2nd down and 7. Trubisky can't find a target on the run in the end zone, and it's incomplete. It was Allen Robinson, the target there. It's a big play for the Bears, down 3-0 early as it may be, and there's a pass into the end zone, and miscommunication. Anthony Miller was the intended receiver. 35-yard try for Santos, who has been with 5 teams, including one previous stint with the Bears. He's had injury problems, but Matt Nagy remembers him from the days in Kansas City, and the field goal is good. And there's Jamal Agnew going back, hopefully to make a return on this kick by Santos, and he'll down it for a touchback. Adrian Peterson, the tailback here, and gets the call on first down. And Peterson, and a flag is down. Penalty marker down.
Holding. Offense number 65. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
At right tackle, holding on the play. So it's now first down and 20. And Stafford with a short pass, and it's caught by Peterson out of the backfield, and he gets to about the 22 or 23-yard line. Stafford drills it, and the pass is caught, and it'll be close to the first down. Danny Amendola. We're back here at Ford Field. The first quarter statistics. I was going to say no one has converted a 3rd down, and we can continue to say that as Adrian Peterson is stopped shy, especially since you've lost 4 straight games to the Bears. Jack Fox will be punting, and Tariq Cohen will let the ball bounce, and it takes a Lion reverse bounce, and they'll be down just outside the 10-yard line. Again, Tariq Cohen. Tariq Cohen with a neat run out to the 20-yard line, picks up 8 yards on first down.
Alpha,
They're going to try to run it, and they'll get it. And a few extra on top of that, as Montgomery whistle had blown dead, so he picks up the first down with a gain of 8 yards. Started on the 12, now they're on the 28. And another running play. Montgomery doesn't look like he's going to get much, and doesn't. 1.5 yards at the most, and Christian Jones, who's made an impact here in this first half, making the tackle. Gain of 1.
Oh, we got a flag on the play. Looks like unsportsmanlike.
Late flag. Here's Kemp. So it was Jimmy Collins Sr. And let's see if he ran into the official and made contact. He did. And he said, "I'm only joking."
I don't know if he's only joking.
That'll cost you. Unsportsmanlike
that'll
conduct.
cost you.
Yeah. So, I mean, you just can't do that.
What Jamie Collins is complaining about is David Montgomery dropping his head. And he's saying if he's dropping his head, that should be a penalty.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 58. That player has been disqualified from the game.
Isn't that
15-yard
amazing?
penalty. It'll be a first down for the
Pereira
Bears.
is with us. A lot of time for Trubisky going underneath, completes to Patterson. And Patterson gets the first down. Jelani Tavai, number 51, has replaced Collins in the Lions' left defense. And Patterson trying to sweep, not the head coach, Matt Patricia. It'll be second down and 12 at the 46 of the Lions. And under pressure, deep pass downfield. Robinson, the intended receiver, in Lion territory, but just barely are the Bears. And Trubisky drills it, and it is going to be nearly intercepted. First the deflection off of Robinson, and then Justin Coleman looked like he started a run before he had it, Jonathan. Jamal Agnew is back. Fair catch called by Agnew. DeAndre Swift lines up as the running back. Play fake and doing just what you said. The pass, and it's going to be caught by Marvin Hall. From the 39. Going to the air again, and a screen pass to the tight end T.J. Hockenson. And Hockenson picks up about 8 yards on first down. Agnew and Swift lined up in the backfield. Now Agnew moves to receiver, and Swift dives and gets the first down. Right in midfield, but a penalty flag thrown.
Offense number 88. 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
And it was Hockenson, the tight end, nullifying the first down. Tight formation for the Lions. And the quick toss, incomplete. Amendola, the intended receiver. Terrific passing offense, and penalty flag, movement in the line. False start.
Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. It remains third down.
4 penalties already against the Lions. Stafford looking for the target, and the pass is caught, and Amendola has the first down, using the K's a lot.
Look at the pressure. That's Bilal Nichols getting in there. But Matthew Stafford, we talk about his arm talent. Steps up, steps up. Look at that, how he splits Mendes big league play.
18 yards for the Lions. First down. And going deep again. And close to the line was Marvin Hall, and he was defended beautifully down there. Slant pass incomplete. Third down and 10. Here comes pressure by the Bears, and the open man is Marvin Jones. And Jones still on his feet, getting inside the 30-yard line.
Great play call by Darrell Bevell. You see Danny Trevathan, the linebacker on Marvin Jones. Easy mismatch. Matthew Stafford knew that as soon as the play started, that's where he was going. And then, hello, Jalen Johnson. Better wake up. This is not practice. Oh.
Adrian Peterson back in, going out for the pass, but it's going to be the carry by Stafford, and he'll get the first down as he slides toward the 15-yard line.
Take it.
Well, he's churning away. He's
Turning away.
First down on the 16, and Peterson, short game.
You say it so eloquently, Dick. Churning away.
Here's Peterson, hemmed in, and not getting away. Well within field goal range. Let's see what Stafford does here. 3rd and 8, going to the end zone, close to it, and broken up by Jalen Johnson. Johnson breaks up that pass, looking to give the Lions the lead. And Prater's field goal again is perfect. 2 field goals by Prater. Cordero Patterson back deep. Jack Fox kicking off for the Lions. And Patterson is going to return this one 7 yards into the end zone. Stops, goes, and gets a lot of extra than you would have expected from the 23-yard line. Trubisky with time and completes the pass upfield to Robinson. And Robinson getting to the 45-yard line. Trey Flowers out of the game. Shannon reported he might have been favoring an ankle. And here's Robinson with the carry, and he spins forward and gets into Lion territory. They have Julian and Romeo Okwara, and it's Romeo who's in the game now on 2nd down and 2 at the 47 of Detroit. And a handoff to Montgomery, and he'll have the first down and a 1st and 10 at the 42. Fake to Cohen, looking one way, and the pass is caught, and a first down as Mooney, the rookie, gets a first down and a penalty flag down.
There were 2 fouls on the defense, both by number 23. Holding, that penalty is declined. Personal foul, face mask. That penalty would be accepted half the distance of the goal line. Automatic first down for the Bears.
Blue 80, blue!
First down on the 11. Here's Tariq Cohen. Maybe a yard and a half, that's all. 2nd down and 9. Montgomery going out as a receiver, and this pass to the corner off the hands of Jimmy Graham. They line up with 3 receivers, 2 to the right. And here is Trubisky firing, and the pass incomplete. This will be a 28-yard attempt. To tie the game. And the kick is good. As Santos kicking off, Agnew is going to let it bounce out of the end zone. Rookie making his debut with the Lions, Adrian Peterson, the veteran, made his debut and has done well. And the pass is caught at the 31-yard line, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning as Marvin Jones makes the 6-yard reception. 2nd down and 3. And here is Swift. And it'll be 3rd and short coming up for the Lions. 3rd down and 2. Stafford pumps, takes off, not going to make it. Very close, but about a 1.5 foot shy. Bears will have 1 timeout remaining. Fair catch inside the 15.
Let's see what the opportunity has for Chicago.
Starting from the 11-yard line. And Trubisky on a swing pass to Tariq Cohen. And he goes out of bounds, stops the clock. 2nd down and 7. There's the shot early. And incomplete off the hands of Anthony Miller. Bad field position right now for the Bears, and they may be looking at an opportunity here. Here's Trubisky. And the pass incomplete. The Lions, and they'll have Agnew at his 40-yard line looking for a return. And there's Pat O'Donnell with the kick. And a penalty flag down. Here is Agnew, and he gets to the 45-yard line.
Member of the kicking team went out of bounds on his own, number 84. That's a 5-yard penalty added to the end of the play. First down, Detroit.
40 seconds to go and 3 timeouts for Detroit. Stafford on first down gets enough time and completes the pass. And that will be a first down to DeAndre Swift. 2nd down and 3. 35 seconds on the clock. Stafford's pass, and it's going to be caught by Hockenson, the tight end, and carries inside the 25-yard line. Stafford. And it's caught by Hockenson and pushed out of bounds at about the 2. T.J. Hockenson, 4-yard gain. They mark it at the 1. First and goal at the 1, and Swift scores his first NFL touchdown. And the Lions break the field goal string. Ready to go in this one. Second round pick from Georgia, and Prater with the extra point is good. And the Detroit Lions have opened up a 13-6 lead.
And we watched the replay with DeAndre Swift. He did this at Georgia many, many times. Easy to read the hole, goes in untouched. And it's funny how the momentum of this game is gone.
Kickoff. Patterson. So Patterson is hit out of bounds. Here's Cohen. Tariq Cohen reverses direction and is about 3 yards short of the first down, and that will do it for the first half. And Agnew will run it out from 4 yards. And Agnew gets it out, and the Lions go to work. So starting at the 28-yard line, and Kerryon Johnson, who hasn't done much, he's been in the backfield, picks up about 3 yards.
Giving up the lead, he said it's going to be a completely different 30 minutes. We have to control it.
Second down and 6, and Johnson will be stopped a couple of yards short of the first down. And the catch is made by Amendola, and Amendola first down more, in fact gets into the Bears territory. Stafford's going to keep it on the ground, and Kerryon Johnson going wide and knocked out of bounds. Take a handoff, complete a pass, and a first down to the 30-yard line. Adrian Peterson is now in there. Another pass, another catch, and this time Marvin Jones grabs it and out of bounds. First and goal at the 7 now after the penalty and the completion. Adrian Peterson, and Peterson gets inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. From the 4, we'll try to throw it for the score, and they get it. Touchdown Hockenson. Coming on strong with 2 big catches in that scoring drive toward the end of the half. And now, with the 4-yard reception to add to the Lions' lead.
Goes in motion right here. Poor communication on the side from the Chicago Bears. Adrian Peterson's wide open in the flat, and then he just bodies out. Oh, no, that's not Jalen Johnson. He bodies out to Sean Gibson right there.
What an impressive drive by the Lions to start this second half. And Prater's kick is good, and here is the touchdown pass to Hockenson. Well defended. 20-6 the score, and Patterson will let it drop starting from the 25. Montgomery, the running back, and they're going to have to go more to Trubisky's arm at some point. They may be setting that up with a solid run by Montgomery of 8 yards. Second down and 2 from the 33. First down for Montgomery. Solid run. Down 20-6. He's been running the ball effectively. Maybe to set up the pass. We'll see. And they're still keeping it on the ground. Montgomery, not much there. Second down and 8 from the 45. Now they'll throw. Trubisky on a reverse to Tariq Cohen. Turns around and gives Cohen, no matter how you slice it. Tight formation again. And Trubisky getting some rush, and the pass is caught, but stopped for the first down. Mooney makes the play. So now 4th down after one pass, and, well, actually that was a run. 4 runs. O'Donnell will kick. Jamal Agnew, fair catch inside the 10-yard line. School football state champions. Lions starting from their 10. Adrian Peterson breaks a tackle or 2, and Eddie Jackson is going to knock him out of bounds after a solid gain out out to the 31. What a pickup by the Lions. 47 yards rushing. Stays in the game. Play action to Peterson. And he is now on the receiving end of the pass. And second down and 1. Here's Peterson again. And the first down. And he gets a lot more as he lunges to midfield. First down and 10. And here comes a blitz from the secondary. But the handoff for a couple of yards to Peterson. Making his Fox NFL debut. Welcoming in Shannon Spake, our reporter as well. Second down and 9. And the screen pass doesn't work. And Carissa Thompson, let's not forget Carissa. Penalty flag is down.
Before the pass was thrown, holding. Defense number 96, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down for Detroit.
That's Akeem Hicks, and we haven't mentioned his name today. Thank you very much, Carissa. First down, Stafford, and passes and flag goes down, late flag. Jamal Agnew was the receiver, and he was interfered with, and a late flag goes down. Both sides of the ball have lost it right now.
Defense number 24. Ball is placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Buster screen. First down at the 34. High formation and DeAndre Swift. Look at push the pile. It'll be second and 3. And here is the quarterback on the keeper. And he's thrown for the loss is to Sean Gibson Sr. Third down and 3. Stafford off balance, trying to get it to Marvin Jones. Couldn't. Longest attempt of the game for Matt Prater. Automatic.
He's got a leg.
Goal by Prater. In the process. And Darrell Patterson. With a return, Patterson will give the Bears terrific field position with the return of 43 yards.
This is something that neither team was able to practice live. Special teams, Cordero Patterson, he's a pro at this. He knows how to set up his block. Cole Kmet sets the edge right there for him, runs off him, and the explosion. He always explodes through the hole every time.
First down on the 41-yard line of the Bears. They've got to get that offense going. They spread it out, and the pass to Montgomery, and the pass is moved incomplete. Second down and 10. Best starting field position for the Bears all day. And here's Montgomery, and he's going to be dragged down for a loss.
I'm going to keep watching these lateral throws and semi-completions.
Need 10 yards for their first third down conversion, and Trubisky gets it to Miller. Anthony Miller with a first down at the 41-yard line. Have Tariq Cohen and Montgomery in the backfield. And here it's going to be Trubisky to the air again on the fake to Cohen. And a great catch by Robinson. Extending his way inside the 20-yard line. Allen Robinson. First momentum of the game offensively for Chicago. Here's Trubisky. Nothing there, and runs and gets good yardage.
That's good. That's good.
Well, you want to talk about red zone offense. This is where it has to come into play. Trubisky's throw incomplete. Bears need touchdowns. You always want them here. They really need one here. Here's a swing pass to Tariq Cohen. Gets by one man and is knocked out of bounds. Short of the first down, it appears. Fourth down and 1. Darrell Patterson is in the game and has the ball. Here is Patterson, 4th and 1, and it looked like he has it. First down for Patterson just by a half a yard. Cohen and Montgomery in the backfield. And here is a flip to Robinson, and Robinson gets down to the 2-yard line. It's a great point, Jonathan. Let's see if they hear you here. Here is the fake and the toss, and it's knocked down. And it was Tracy Walker who got a hand on the ball, and the wide open receiver. Back here, third down and goal. This is the 11th play of the drive, and the pass caught for the touchdown by Jimmy Graham.
Finally.
Jump ball, like you said.
Jump ball. They got exactly what they wanted. It's not fair. Tracy Walker is a great athlete. Jimmy Graham is a great athlete. Boxed him out for the easy touchdown.
Santos on for the extra point. And the kick is good. And the Bears score their first touchdown of the year. Two NFC North teams. Bears have won 4 straight over the Lions, who lead at 23-13. And Agnew in the end zone returning for Detroit. And a good return by Agnew as he crosses the 30-yard line. First down at the 32 for the Lions. Stafford completes to Hockenson. Britton out of bounds. Second down and 6. Kerryon Johnson for a couple of yards. By the way, in their last scoring drive, the Bears went 11 plays and 59 yards. Third down and 4. Stafford. Flag is down. And the pass incomplete. Penalty marker down. Jones was the intended receiver.
There were 2 fouls on the play, 1 by each team. Holding, offense number 65. Holding, defense number 33. Those penalties will offset. Third down.
Third and 4. Stafford. And the pass is caught by Quintez Cephas. Kerryon Johnson dragged down for the loss. And a big defensive play that time. It's second down and 12. Stafford pass, and it overthrows Cephas. Even if you have to punt, if you have good field position, you can set the Bears back, right? There's the swing pass off the hands of DeAndre Swift. Had to go and get it just in case. Has kicked well today. Good hang time most of the time.
Five-yard penalty, repeat, fourth down.
Coming in, they try to block it, couldn't do it. And Cohen will let it bounce. And it will bounce out of bounds near the 25-yard line. Prior to week 10 last week. And the Bears with a first down on the 25-yard line. Trubisky still with the ball. And a flag goes down. 2 flags are down. And Mitch Trubisky is going to run what would be a first down pending the call by Alex Kemp.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense number 95, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Going to find out. First down at the 40-yard line of the Lions. Montgomery on the handoff gets to the 38.
Mr. Trubisky, I've got to recognize that and go in one-on-one. Just throw it. Just throw it.
Second down and 8. Pressure on Trubisky. And let's see if we have a penalty before the snap. Delay of the game.
Offense, 5-yard penalty.
So each team has been called for 1 delay of the game.
What they want, cat coverage. We need to see that more.
Second and 13, and Robinson has the pass knocked away. Not much margin of error for Robinson there.
No.
It's third down and 13. Putting pressure on Trubisky. Being chased out of the pocket and loses the ball. Fumble. The Bears recover, but they recover inside their own 30-yard line. Jonathan, they lost 27 yards on that play.
Poor decision.
Pat O'Donnell kicking. Agnew is back, and the Lions will, of course, let it bounce. It'll be down at about the 32-yard line. Adrian Peterson back in the game. Play action. Stafford going underneath to Peterson, and he's tackled after a short game.
He's been very, very impactful for the Lions.
Second down and 6, and Adrian Peterson gets a first down and more. Peterson gets it out into Bear territory. The leading rusher today as a receiver. Coming close to the 100-yard mark. First and 10. Stafford's pass. And it was not a good one. And it's incomplete in the history of the NFL. And look at the others.
Hall of Fame.
Amazing. And they go to Peterson again. Cutting upfield. Peterson gets another first down. First down on the 35 of Chicago. They're going to go to the hot hand again. this time stopped after a pickup of 2. Rushing yards, 1 separates the teams. Stafford is going to get sacked. And I believe that's the first quarterback sack of the game. 3rd down and 17 for Stafford. And the screen pass to DeAndre Swift. Swift wending his way inside the 40. Is tackled at the 37. 55-yard field goal attempt by Matt Prater is no good. It hit the upright. Lead is still 10 for the Lions. Going in motion, and the pass inside to Jimmy Graham is complete for a pickup of 7 yards.
Oh, it's surprising it took him so long.
2nd and 3. Good coverage by the secondary. And this one is caught by Miller. Terrific catch by Anthony Miller. And a first down on the 30-yard line. Drilling the ball. And Miller with one hand and makes the catch. Nearing the 3-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. They need a score here for sure. And there on the run is a pass caught by Graham. And he reaches in. Touchdown. Touchdown. I see what Mike's talking about, you know.
Yeah.
The double action looked plausible at that point.
Yeah.
After review, the ball carrier was down short of the goal line. It'll be 1st and goal at the 1.5-yard line. Please reset the game clock to 3:09.
They don't. And there's the rollout and the pass, and it's caught for the touchdown.
Or you just roll it out and throw it to Javon Lynch for an easy touchdown.
It could be one of them.
At the 1 receiver spot, and it's a simple rollout. They call it Q8. Mitch Trubisky waits. They cross the routes. No way McCray is going to be able to make that. That's a great throw by Trubisky. Matter of fact, we talked about his inaccuracy. This one right here, extremely accurate. Great job.
And going against the grain, too,
Yes.
for the throw.
Yes. Earned his keep right there.
With an important extra point that would bring the Bears to within 3. With just under 3 minutes remaining. 14 straight points run off by the Bears after the Lions had knocked 17 in a row off. Or the Cardinals came back and ended up in a tie in that game. So first down, Adrian Peterson picks up 3 yards.
59. Friday, shut.
Keep it on the ground to Peterson. And a couple there. And they know they'll call a timeout, so this could be a passing situation for Stafford. Because they're not going to save much time running. Stafford looking, throwing, to the pass. It's going to be intercepted. The Bears get it back, and it's Kyle Fuller with a huge pickoff for Chicago in Lion territory.
You watch Matthew Stafford. I've always said he knows where he wants to go with the football. Well, Eddie Jackson knows that Danny Amendola is setting up in the middle of the field. So as soon as he goes, Eddie Jackson's going to swing across. That's Marvin Jones Jr., excuse me. Eddie Jackson swings across, forcing that pop-up right there. You see him closing right there on the football. Great heads he played, veteran play, exception.
How about the timing and stride for Fuller? And now, here is Montgomery with the carry on the Lion 32. And a whistle and 2 penalty markers down, and they're going to call the penalty against the Lions. They're going to call an encroachment or offside.
Neutral zone infraction, defense number 51. The 5-yard penalty is enough for a first down.
Penalties too, that's all part of it. First down. And there's the long pass to Miller. And Miller is there. And it's a touchdown. Anthony Miller, who has made 2 brilliant catches today, does it again, and the Bears take the lead. 27-yard pass.
Tony McCray out there, throw it to Anthony Miller, and that was a great ball right there. Remember the last time Allen Robinson was a little short? This time he threw it out and over the top. You see Anthony Miller right here in the slot. He's one-on-one coverage. We call this a smash concept. The other receiver gives him enough space to get out.
The kick is good, and the Bears now lead 27-23. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Lions need a touchdown. Last-ditch try. They got plenty of time. 2 timeouts for the Lions. Stafford not going to get away after a scamper up to the 26-yard line. 2nd and 9. And it's caught for a first down to Jones.
They go ahead and they play strong man coverage or zone coverage.
All 3 segments of the defense. 11-yard pickup there. Fake pump. And now Stafford forced to run. But that's not going to get it done with the clock running now. Nearly a minute remaining. 2nd down and 3 from the 44. Stafford's got to get it downfield. But the Bears are not letting him go. And now this is a free ball. And the Bears are saying run. Stafford's pass caught, and a first down. Danny Amendola keeps the Lions' hopes going.
You have to waste a timeout or you're going to let the time continue to run.
And it was a short pass of 5 yards.
Yep.
Doesn't hurt you much. And there is the screen pass to Swift. And he gets the short yardage. Bears will take that too. Dick Stockton along with Jonathan Vilma and Shannon Spate. 2nd down and 7. Half a minute to go. And going deep this time is Stafford, and it's incomplete. 3rd down and 7. This is 4-down territory without question. Stafford fires, and it's caught inside the 25. And a first down. Danny Amendola, who's been amazing today. There are no timeouts remaining. They have to hurry. The clock is running. 10 seconds to go, and they clock it with 11 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. Field goal won't get it done. 11 seconds to go. Stafford downfield, and his pass is dropped by Swift. He was in the end zone. The rookie linebacker, or the rookie running back, DeAndre Swift.
And it was a simple option route that he then turns up. Matthew Stafford catches Danny Trevathan with his back turn. That should have been an easy touchdown game winner for the Lions. Wow. Wow.
Look at the prevent defense with only 3 men up front, 6 seconds to go in the game. Stafford again going into the end zone, tipped, incomplete. And it was Jalen Johnson, the rookie, knocking it away, and the game is over, and the Chicago Bears stage a dramatic fourth quarter turnaround, and it's the quarterback who's been behind the 8 ball, Mitchell Trubisky, who got it done with 3 TD passes, and the Bears beat the Lions for the 5th straight time. Final score 27-23.